Hey my witches, I'm back today with a haul for April and May. I was going to do one at the end of April, but April passed and now. So this is my books and cards that I've gotten over the past couple of months, and there's a fair amount. I'm going to try to go quickly because I'm not sure how much time I have left in the phone. So I will go quickly, but if it cuts off, you know why. So I did get makeup and clothes as well, but I'm going to do that in a total separate haul. So the first thing I'm going to show you isn't books or cards. It is, I collect, if you follow me, you know I collect My Little Ponies Generation 1 only. And I got these two awesome little guys. They're the baby ones. So this is Baby Moon Dancer. So cute. She's in great condition. She even got a ribbon. And then I got Baby Cotton Candy. And she's in really good condition as well. So I was very excited about that. On to books. So the first one I got was one that I pre-ordered, and it is Kyle Gray's Raise Your Vibration. It's a great little book. It shows, it's got 111 ways to raise your vibration. So there's like a little write-up every day and a little exercise or a little thought or affirmation that you can do for the day just to kind of keep things positive and uplift your vibration. And I'm quite liking it. Just started working with it, and I'm enjoying a lot. Very shiny. The second book I got, I found in a bookstore for $10, and it's 3 books in one. It's The Essential Law of Attraction by Esther and Jerry Hicks. So it includes their Law of Attraction, their original book, Money and the Law of Attraction, and The Vortex. And they came out with their stuff before The Secret came out, but it's basically the same sort of principles about, you know, staying positive and expecting positive things. And they channeled a group of beings who called themselves Abraham. And so this is the information they received from the channeling that they did. And it's a lot more wordy, I would say, than The Secret, but it's still a really interesting read. I find I have to kind of like take it in chunks to really absorb it. The next book I got is called 1001 Spells. I'm loving this book. I'm going to do a review of it. It's a great book. It looked, you know, like I love the color, love this sort of artwork, but I was like, oh, you know, it sounds a little cheesy or whatever, but I opened it up and the spells in here are actually really relevant. They're quite modern. It's all stuff that you have the ingredients around or easily obtainable. So really simple. It's not complicated. The way that it's set up is that there's 2 on each page. So there's 4 on a full page like that, and it's divided into different sections like romance, friendships, home, legal, money, all that kind of stuff, so you can easily look it up. And I'll just read you some of the random spells because they're so interesting. To double your money in games of chance, garlic kitchen protection to keep illness away from the home and draw resources and positive people into it. To gain entry to prestigious music school, stage school, or creative arts college. Thawing a family estrangement if previous attempts have failed. To empower a healing remedy, whether pharmaceutical or natural. Things like that. So it just all goes through, and I found, like, I opened it up and it actually opened to something really relevant at the time. So I was actually very impressed. So it's a really good book. It's quite thick. It's a good read, and I quite like it. I've been working with it, and like I said, it's all stuff that's easily obtainable, so I do recommend this book highly. The other book I got was also a pre-order, and it's Julia Cameron's It's Never Too Late to Begin Again. She did The Artist's Way, and there's also been some other books along the same line, and so she's somebody that really encourages people to express their inner artist and creativity. So I was interested when I saw she had a new book out. Now, this one's actually more for people who are in midlife, who are beginning a new career, or for people who are retiring, but I still think that the information in here is relevant, and it's something that I'm looking at working with and going through. She does kind of like a 12-week course with readings and assignments and things like that, so that's that book there. Now, for decks, I did get a number of decks. The first I got at the beginning of April, it's the Celtic Lenormand. I've been using this in readings with clients with great success, and I don't take out the extra cards because this, oh, I dropped the box. The deck comes with like an extra tree card. It comes with an extra child, an extra man, an extra woman, but I don't take them out because some people do. I keep the 45 cards in because I feel like the extra ones give subtle nuances and have really added to my reading. For example, the birds, there's like regular birds, there's owls, and there's chickens. And the way that I see it is birds is the traditional birds talking, messages, things like that, whereas the chicken is more gossip and the owl is more wisdom, like wise advice. And I find it's actually like really relevant, so I've been enjoying working with that. I got a couple of decks in deck trays. The first is the Ibis Tarot, which I believe is out of print. It was, this one's from the 90s. And I love Egyptian stuff, and I got this in a trade, and I'm really enjoying it. It's got kind of longer cards. I love the artwork. I love that High Priestess. That's just beautiful. So I think I'm going to be working with this more in the summertime. I feel like Egyptian energy is kind of more summertime type energy, so I'm going to be working with that then. The other one I got in a deck trade, is it here? It might be upstairs. Oh, no, it's right here. Is the Crystal Wisdom Oracle, which I got recently, which I've just started working with, by Judy Hall, and I really love her work, so I've been really enjoying working with that. The cards just have pictures of the crystal, and then there's like a healing message, like a psychological kind of healing message, and then there's also a divination message in the book, so I'm enjoying working with that one. The other crystal deck I bought is the crystal reading cards, and these ones are a little bit different obviously than the Judy Hall ones, so I'm going to kind of work with them because both of them I haven't worked much with to kind of compare. And I also got these to learn a little bit more about crystals. I mean, I've been into crystals for a while, but not like I would say heavily into them. It's just sort of a passing interest. I do collect them, but I want to kind of know more about them and do things like crystal grids and stuff like that, so that's why I kind of got these cards. And then I also got in the mail, I got the Fairy Forest Oracle. This is one I'm kind of saving to work with in September. On the back, there's some of the images. And I really like Lucy Cavendish's work, and I quite like this. I know it got mixed reviews, but I worked with it a little bit last month and really enjoyed its energy. It's got, I would say, a little bit more of a darker energy than the wild wisdom of the Fairy Oracle, but still in that same kind of vein, and so I'm quite enjoying that. I also got from Lucy Cavendish the Oracle of the Mermaids. This is one I'm going to be working with in July. I feel like with, you know, the sun being in Cancer, it's kind of more watery energy. There's some of the images on the back there. I take them out and show you, but again, I don't know how much time left on the camera, so that's why I'm being kind of quick about it. But this one, again, I'm going to work with and see what I think of. Just going through, I find this is a very gentle sort of deck, and more of a relationship and more of a feminine type deck. So I'm curious to see how that goes as far as working with that. I also got the Gospel of Aradia came as well. This one I'm loving. I love this one. This one has such a unique energy to it. It's very witchy. It's very feminine. It's very empowering. There's some of the images there. And I kind of feel like this is definitely a deck that's more personal rather than one I'd be using with clients, at least for right now. I just find this is a really neat, special kind of deck. It's like I said, it's got more of a witchy type vibe than like a fairy or nature kind of vibe, although it does have those aspects. It's got a very lunar tone to it. And then I got the Messenger Oracle. This one I've had my eye on for quite a while, and I just said I'm just gonna get it. I've been like, it's been on my wish list for a while. I'm just gonna get it. I've been using it for weekly draws, and I really love it. I love that it's like it's got a fairyish earth tone to it, but also very magical, and it doesn't pull punches. It's very straightforward and to the point, which I quite like. And then finally, last but not least, is I got the Byzantine Tarot. I love Byzantine art. I think it's wonderful. I studied a lot of it in art history. And it kind of makes me think a little bit about, you know, my background that I grew up with. There it is there. This one I'm kind of saving to work with more Christmas time. I feel like it's got like more of a winter kind of energy to it. But I'm really looking forward to working with it. So I kind of got a bunch of stuff. I didn't think I got much, but actually when I piled it all up, I was like, wow, I got a lot of decks these past 2 months. So I'm really looking forward to working with all of these. I'm going to start doing reviews because I do unboxings, but I haven't done a lot of reviews, and I was thinking of maybe doing some ones where I just like review each deck that I have, because I have a fair amount, and just tell you about them and what I think of them and working with them. So let me know if that's something you'd like. Please put comments below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.